everybody, I'm back with another video today, and I'm going to be doing part 2 of the Enchanting series, and I've actually decided to put it into 3 parts this time. I will be covering all the enchantments, but I will cover the first 16 in today's video, and I'll cover the rest of the 18 enchantments in the next video. I will not be covering any curses since they are not in the Bedrock edition yet, so I can't really cover them. I don't have the Java edition, but these 16 enchants should cover most of everything. So let's get right into it. So I put some dispensers here to test out, and I'm going to introduce each of these enchantments. This is a regular chain chest plate that I'll have on. Right. And so I have 4 other chest plates here, and I'm going to be doing all the protection enchantments at once. So there are 4 of them: protection, and fire protection, blast protection, and projectile protection. And you might notice with the Roman numeral, it's protection 4, fire protection 4, blast protection 4, projectile protection 4. And I wanted to do the max so you could really see the differences in terms of the how much damage you take. So first I'm actually going, we're gonna do protection first. And so what we're gonna see is, I'm just wearing a regular chain chest plate right now, nothing else, no resistance buff or anything. I'm gonna summon in a zombie, and you'll see it's doing half a heart of damage to me. And I'm gonna circle around, I'm going to move back a little, and I'm going to switch it with my protection. Now you'll notice that he's still doing the same amount of damage, but alright, let's finish him off. He did do the same amount of damage, but that is because I'm only wearing a chest plate. If I was wearing some more armor with this, maybe some leggings, some boots, even if they weren't enchanted, I probably would have taken a little less damage. So we're gonna go here. This is the fire, and I have a normal protection chest plate on, so it doesn't really change much. However, if I put on a fire protection chest plate right here, it'll defend me from fire, and this is the protection that I had before. Now you'll notice that sometimes I'm actually not taking the damage, even though I was standing in the fire before I got out of the water. Sorry for the noise in the background. So what fire protection does, it essentially makes it so you take less damage. If I put back the protection, you'll notice that I might take a bit more damage. I'll take slightly less than if I were to be wearing nothing or just a regular chain chest plate, but I would still take quite a bit of damage. Now if we go right here, I put this one with arrows, and we're going to be testing projectile protection. I can throw out this rotten flesh, and I'm going to test it with the normal protection chest plate, and you'll notice I take half a heart of damage. Now if I replace it, you'll notice that I take almost no damage. I actually took no damage that time. Obviously the chest plate took a little, but you'll notice that the projectile protection, an arrow being the projectile in this case, does do less damage. Now I'm going to move on to the blast protection, and blast protection can protect you from any explosions, creepers, and in this example I'm going to show TNT. So yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to stand a few blocks away, and you'll notice that I was actually able to survive that. Oh, I forgot to put it in. You know what? I'm going to redo that test. Okay. Alright, hopefully 20 seconds should be enough for me to heal. No, I'm not going to be able to pick it up. There we go. Sorry for messing up the test, you guys. I wasn't even wearing the chest plate. Okay, I'm going to put it on now. And may as well put those in there. Alright. Regeneration effect is gone. I'm going to stand about the same distance. And you notice that I take a lot less damage. I was down to 2.5 hearts, I think, in the last explosion. And in this explosion, I was down to, like, just a few hearts. So yeah, that's a... Okay, I do not need this. Yeah, I'll just leave that there. So that's for the protection, and it's kind of obvious by the name, so it should be pretty easy to get the hang of it. Now we're going to go on to feather falling, and okay, let me change myself into creative and give myself... Goodness. Okay. And we're going to... Actually, I don't need that. I just need... Let's just give ourselves a bunch of healing potions. And... Saturation... And I'm just gonna fly up here for the next test, which is going to be... Oh, no. Wrong command. Which is going to be feather falling. And I'm currently wearing a regular pair of chain boots. And so what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to fall. That's about a 12 block fall, and that did 4 hearts of damage to me. And now I'm going to splash this potion on myself. Now I'm healed. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll just heal myself once I get back up. Alright. Now we're back up. Now I'm going to put on the chain boots that have this. And okay. And last time I took 4 hearts of damage from a 12 block fall. Now with feather falling 4, I should take less. And I took 1 heart of fall damage. And so that's what feather falling does. It makes you take less damage than normal. And that is the benefit of that. And for the next one, yeah, okay. So what's gonna happen here? This one, I'm just gonna need a chest plate. And so this is like a kind of a newer effect. What it does, it protects you like a normal chest plate, but what Thorns does is it essentially, if I summon a mob here, so you see I got a zombie right here. And you'll notice that occasionally the zombie will actually, it's kind of hard to tell, but the zombie is actually taking damage from hitting it. So, based on that, we can actually make this zombie die a little faster. And zombies, normally they have 20 hearts, and that was a lot faster than it takes to destroy 20 hearts. I did take a lot of damage, but that's because I wasn't really fighting back. Alright. So, next test we got here is Respiration. And so what we're going to do in this case, I'm gonna throw out my chest plate, and it did take some damage. It is chained. So you'll notice that our thing is going down pretty slow. Our drowning, we're drowning, you know, quite fast. Maybe like 1 bubble every 1 or 2 seconds. So if I put this helmet on, it'll actually slow me down. So let me get back up to full. I'm gonna put this helmet on. Then you're gonna notice it's a lot slower. About in this time, and this is Respiration 3, by the way, so it's supposed to be like really slow. And so basically Respiration allows you to be underwater for longer, and this could be useful for something like a sea temple. If you are planning on going to a sea temple, this could be a very useful, actually it will be a very useful enchant. For this next one, I'm actually going to use this Respiration helmet still. Because these next tests are water-based. I don't need the water-breathing potion then. So, what's gonna happen is, if I go down here and I start to walk, you'll notice I walk really fast. But if I take these boots off, I walk really slowly. Because you walk slow underwater because there's so much water. But if you have these boots on, these Depth Strider boots, these will help you. And that's what the Depth Strider enchant does. It makes you go faster underwater. And if you guys think Frostwalker is coming next, you would actually be wrong, because Frostwalker is a newer enchant, and so it's farther down the line. I'll cover it in part 3 of this video. Next we have Aqua Affinity, and I feel like this enchant is very underutilized, because I mean, it's not the most useful out of the enchantments, and what it does is it allows you to break blocks at a sorry I wasn't talking there, guys. I thought I had the helmet on. So what it does is, you'll know, if you noticed, here, let me break it again. If you noticed, I broke this block. It takes really long to break this block of clay. But if I put this Aqua Affinity helmet on, now you'll notice that I'm breaking it at normal speed. And that's what Aqua Affinity does. It allows you to break it at normal speed. And that's essentially what Aqua Affinity does. Now we're getting onto the sword enchant. So those were all, what do you call it, enchantments for your, armor. Now we're getting to some, for your, weapons. So this one here is sharpness, and you can put sharpness, oh, and I forgot this completely, but I'm supposed to cover this. So protections, these protections can be put on any piece of armor. Feather falling is exclusive to the boots. Thorns can be put on any armor. Respiration is exclusive to the helmet. Depth Strider is exclusive to the boots. And Aqua Affinity is exclusive to the helmet. And right here we have sharpness, and this is exclusive to the sword and the axe. So I'm going to show you the difference here. So I have a regular diamond sword and one with sharpness 5, and you can visibly see the damage right here. 7 attack damage, 13 attack damage. So, oh my goodness me. Let's try that again. So what we have here is a creeper, and I'm going to attack it a few times. And it took me about 3 hits to do that. That makes sense, since 7 times 3 is 21, and creepers have 20 health. Now we're going to try it with this sword. It does 13 damage. So it should take 2 hits. There you go, it did take 2 hits. So that is the effectiveness of that. Now we're going on to, and by the way, sharpness, basically it just makes your sword do more damage in general. Now we're going on to smite, and you'll notice that it doesn't increase the attack damage, but what it does do is it makes it easier to kill undead mobs. So if you are going after wither skeletons, this might help. This actually will help you get them out a lot faster. So having a good smite weapon would be really helpful if you're looking to fight the wither soon. So what I'm gonna do, I've got a baby zombie here. So you'll notice it took 3 hits there, and normal diamond sword has 20 health. So now we're gonna try it with the smite 5 sword, which is a really, and that took 2 hits. So it does way more than the diamond sword. But it only applies to an undead mob, like a zombie or a skeleton, something like that. Right now I'm going to show you Bane of Arthropods, and what Bane of Arthropods does is it makes it easier, it does more damage to arthropods. Arthropods refers to 8 legs, and so this really doesn't have much of a use. It's only useful for spiders and squids, and not many people go out exclusively looking for spiders or squids. So I'm just gonna show you what it does right here. And we got a spider right here. It has about 16 health. Oh, grab the XP, doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna test it with this Bane of Arthropods. So now it insta-kills it. You see that? And it even put a bit of it put a potion effect on it too. I believe it puts weakness. So what it does is it actually makes the spider weaker. So if you were fighting maybe a slightly stronger spider, it would do. If you imagine if you had this like on a wooden sword or something, then it would do then maybe you might not kill it in one hit, but it would put weakness on the spot. Next we have knockback, and I'm gonna summon in a mob right here, and you'll notice that you can see that it does knock the mob back slightly when I do that. But if I were to put another zombie here, I noticed that it almost goes to that end of the wall, and this is knockback 2, and it has some difficulty to get. So basically it knocks your opponents back farther, but it can backfire in terms of usefulness in certain PvP situations. Getting to the end here, and we're going to cover looting next. So looting, it basically allows you, if you've noticed, mobs drop stuff, and so to get more of that stuff you would put the looting enchantment on. So I'm gonna summon in a zombie villager right here, and if we see, that was a regular diamond sword I killed him with, and he didn't drop any rotten flesh. By the way, looting does not affect experience, so let's see how much this zombie villager dropped. And you can see we got 2 rotten flesh, which is pretty average, but if you kill a few more, you can expect to get more. That time we didn't get any. There, we got 2 more. So we killed 2 zombies there, and we got 4 in total. You know, nothing too much. I guess it doesn't do much for zombies since they just don't do much in general. And here we're gonna look at efficiency, and I'm gonna put the looting swords away. We're almost at the end of this, guys. And okay, so I'm gonna show it. And by the way, looting, I believe that, if I remember correctly, Bane of Arthropods, Smite, those each can be put on axes, and you have knockback, and you can, I don't remember if you can put this on an axe. I believe you can, and, actually, no, I don't believe you can put it on, yeah, you can't put it on an axe. You can't put looting on an axe, but you can put fortune on an axe, which is actually going to be covered in part 3, and I'm actually going to get some of this rotten flesh. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to break this. You know, it's pretty fast. Wooden axe right here. And now we're going to do it, and you can see it is a lot faster with the efficiency 5 axe. So what efficiency does, you can probably guess by now, is it lets you break things a lot faster. We're going to do a pretty small example here. Diamond pickaxe, you know, it's a pretty fast pickaxe. But if we do it with efficiency 5, you can see it's almost instant. I hope you found this to be helpful. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe for more, and be on the lookout for part 3, which will be coming out soon. If you guys enjoyed, please, you know, subscribe, and I'll cover the rest of the 18 enchantments that I haven't done yet